Hey guys, welcome back to the Firsties podcast. I'm your host Mila.
And I'm your host Mela.
If you're new here, if you're a firstie,
we're basically a safe space for first gens who dare to dream.
We like to laugh, kiki, argue.
Basically, two baddies with a mic.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Now let's get into this episode.
That's why I said it.
That was hurtful. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode.
Hey.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
or Valentine's Day Eve.
Yeah, basically Valentine's Day, honestly.
Yeah.
Love is in the air.
That's why we wore red today, because love is in the air.
For y'all.
Right, we're doing this for y'all.
Exactly.
All right, let's jump right into this episode. I feel like I haven't seen you forever. Let's just start there.
I know.
We always say that, but because we batch crate.
Literally. Guys, today I walked out. I saw a fat-ass bouquet of flowers and candy from Mila Wheela, and she was like, your secret admirer. Like, I love you, girl.
It's so
I love you, damn shorty.
None of that's true.
I love you, damn shorty. I was like, oh my God, Mila.
What would you actually do if that happened? That's not true.
I would have been like, love you, babes, but I like boys.
First of all, ew, it's like incest.
I'm kidding. Love you, babes, but
like, oh, that's so her mouth. Like, oh my God,
sweet.
Thank you, but no, thank you.
But I like
you said
boys.
sister in Christ.
My sister in Christ, please stand up. I'm kidding. I would take it.
Now I feel bad. I feel like I should have done that.
A bouquet of flowers?
Yeah.
No, you
not a bouquet, but like a little something. Like Valentine. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. Like Valentine.
Yeah, like Galentine's.
Like, come on.
Do you like Galentine's? Some people don't like Galentine's because
when I was younger, I was like, yuck. If I'm honest,
exactly.
I was like, a week, okay. Like, you don't have to make it a thing. This is like a Hallmark holiday. It's like it's not really a real holiday.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Well, okay. What was your history with Valentine's Day before we get into what we're going to get into with this episode?
Yeah.
Like, what was your relationship with Valentine's Day and during this time? Like, are you someone who looks forward to it? Do you like the gifts and the attention? Are you one of those people who are like, just be great the rest of the year? You don't have to be like, what's your vibe?
Honestly, I like the holiday. She's really cute because, pink, red, heart.
She's like
chocolate,
Mickey.
Like, no, literally. She's a cute holiday. I love Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. But I was never the type of person who was like, I have to celebrate Valentine's Day in some way. So it has to be like a Galentine's Day. If I don't got a Valentine, I don't got a Valentine. It's a beautiful holiday. Yeah. I'm a lover for the people who are in a relationship and keep on pushing. Like, I feel like
I'm the same
at some point I was saying, like, obviously I love my friends or whatever, but I don't have to have a girls' night or a Galentine's Day the day of Valentine's Day celebrating loved ones. Feel me? Like, it is never that deep. But yeah, I think that was just like me. Like, I didn't really care.
I'm the same. It never did anything for me. Even when I liked a person, like, even though I might have had a Valentine or whatever, even in high school or college, it wasn't anything. Like, I was just like, it's just another day. Maybe I might feel differently once I'm in love sometime. I don't know. But for right now, I'm just like,
that's what I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in a relationship, obviously I would want to, like, celebrate it. Mm-hmm. But outside of that, like, no, I don't even think about Valentine's Day even, like, in the talking stage or, like, when you're, like, seriously, like, dating someone.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that might be weird. Like, imagine if you just met someone, like, a month ago, let's say.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you celebrate Valentine's Day? Do you not? Like,
yeah, no, I don't think, because Valentine's Day is for lovers. I don't love you yet. Don't. We're not doing anything.
Hermel, I need you to clip that. I need you to clip that.
I'm so serious. I don't love you yet. And I don't think we have to celebrate. Like, obviously, like, there's intentions or whatever. But, okay, little cute flowers, maybe, like, just something light. But if we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, it's never that deep. For me, at least. I know some girls, like, would expect it.
Yeah, everyone's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So on that topic, though, we're going to be talking about the other loves in our life.
Exactly.
Right? Mm-hmm. During this, like, holiday. And this is so timely. We were speaking about this off camera, at least for me. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's because, like, I've been traveling a lot or just, like, some great things are happening behind the scenes for us and stuff like that I've just become very grateful to the people around us.
Yeah.
And then now that there's this holiday basically that's celebrating love,
of course,
we were like, hey, let's do a episode on not the romantic part of it, meaning with the opposite sex, but really just like genuine love with family, with friends, with siblings, like all that stuff.
Oh, for sure. And I feel like platonic love usually gets overlooked. And we kind of like shine the light on that, basically. But not in a Galentine's way, because we just shitted on Galentine's.
We're not doing that.
Right, but just all the other forms of love. So if you're single, we're gonna like kind of highlight all the places that you've been blessed with.
Yeah,
right now,
just a friendly reminder.
Exactly,
but not Valentine's.
It's not Valentine's. I just want to say it's not.
Maybe
Valentine's.
it's
not a celebration.
That's the title of this episode. Not Valentine's.
Not a Valentine's.
Let's just be clear.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing for me, I don't know why. To me, Valentine's gave, maybe it was what we saw in media or whatever. It gave like women that were upset that they didn't have, and yes. I never related to that.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like it gave women who were upset that they didn't have a Valentine's. So they're like, F
that,
men, whatever. We don't need them.
Right.
It's like, babes, are you trying to convince me or yourself?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Oh my God. Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Let's say we're hosting Valentine's Day.
Never. That never would happen. Go ahead.
Okay. But everyone's
I already don't believe this. Go ahead.
Everyone's single. We're hosting a Valentine's Day. Okay. Honestly, if you do a Valentine's Day before February 14th, I like that. Any other day but the 14th. Because that's Valentine's Day.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
But anyways, it's just.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to the hypothetical.
Yeah.
All of us have Valentine's, me, Miriam, Ruth, everyone's here. And then I text Show like, hey, like, I want to come, but can I bring my boyfriend?
Yeah. The answer is no.
If I say, can I bring my boyfriend to the Valentine's?
But in what world would that make sense?
No, because it's an actual situation that happened on TikTok. If you were on it.
Oh, that's a... First of all, she knows I'm not on TikTok anymore.
No TikTok.
I have no TikTok.
But, yeah, someone asked, like, can I bring my boyfriend to the Galentine's? And girls were like,
no.
Why the fuck would you bring your man to the Galentine's?
No, I haven't had
a fuck men like, meeting, actually. Right. This congregation is saying
I haven't had the Galentine's, but I've had a situation where, like, you know, when certain people show up to the dinner table, the conversation changes. You know what I mean?
Because of the man,
yeah. And I had a girlfriend who was like, we planned it to be just girls.
Yeah.
We were so excited to catch up. We haven't seen each other in months. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, oh shit, like any chance I could bring my man? And the group chat all said like, no girl, like it's, you know what I mean? And she still came and she hung out with her man later.
Yeah.
But
even that, she didn't feel some type of way about that though. Because some girls actually like, they get mad.
But you should, no, she did, thankfully she didn't get mad. But you know what I mean? Like that's another situation that's similar to the.
Yeah, but that's imagine crazy. It being an actual like Galentine. The whole
honestly, that's some shit Carmela would do. Honestly, that's some shit you do.
Oh my God,
that's honestly because you be doing the wild
a slur. Like that's a slur to me.
Because you'd be doing the wildest shit and just think it's okay.
I would never invite my man to any girls' day or girls' night.
But you would ask.
I would even bring my man along to a lot of places. Actually,
girl, what's going on?
I just don't because I feel like I would go to my man, hang out, whatever. But I'm not gonna be like, can my boyfriend come every 2 seconds?
Not every 2 seconds. I'm just saying, like, on the day of, okay, let's say Galentine's was actually on Valentine's Day. You're going to want to spend time with him.
My boyfriend doesn't have to come to the Galentine's. He can meet me after.
I completely agree.
Do you know what I mean?
But I think out of all of us, you would do some wild shit like that.
Absolutely not. This is like defamation of character.
The thing I told you off camera, you're like, girl, we're about to throw you.
Exactly.
We're not going to throw that.
Guys, this whole time my hand's been winding
I just like to say stuff to rile her up.
Exactly.
It's so easy.
But yeah, no, absolutely not.
Okay, so let's get into our love. So should we start with, where do you want to start actually?
We can talk about like platonic love because that's usually the one thing that gets compared against like romantic love. So how are you... Actually, like, what made you think of this, honestly? Like, what made you, like, you know, how were you feeling grateful and stuff? Let's start there.
Oh, good question. I think just as of recently, I think what I learned about myself in my late 20s is something that's really important to me, the way that I feel loved is genuinely, it sounds so corny, but, like, feeling support. Like, and it's not, like, comments or whatever, but it's, like, just knowing that people are like genuinely rooting for me in my corner really means a lot to me. It really does. I try to extend that to a lot of people as well. So as of lately, now that I'm vlogging, certain family members or friends have genuinely just reached out, just been a handful, just saying like, girl, I love your vlogs. And you know how like I'm comfortable in podcasting. You're comfortable in vlogging. Now you're comfortable in podcasting. I'm still figuring vlogging out. Yeah. So just to me, that was a big deal for me because something new for me. So just the support of other people for my dreams, whatever that is. So then that just means, I'm always reminded of love based on how people treat me. And then just as of recent of like the news and stuff, it's just a reminder of like, girl, your plan landed. Girl, you're alive. God is good. You know what I mean? Like, just
you
the
have
simple
so much
things.
love around you.
Yeah, that's what I was focusing on. Because younger, I would have thought I would probably be in a relationship by now, or it would look different, and that's not the case, which is completely fine. And like being okay with like, but focus on what you do have, and you're pretty blessed. Like we're both really,
for
really
sure.
blessed.
Very blessed.
You know, the girlfriends that we have and like.
Very supportive friends and everything. For sure. I get that. I feel like support just makes you feel like, especially when it's like, especially with content creation and everything, because it's not something that they do, or it's not something that they're even like interested in. Like I have some friends that don't even do social media, or like don't even post social media or whatever. So when like I get support and like things like, I don't get it, but I love it for you, or like, you know, it's like I support your dream. It's so cute. It's like I love it. Like I feel very like,
oh, that's exactly it.
Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly what happened.
Exactly.
Yeah, you clocked
and
that.
It's so beautiful.
It really, it genuinely makes me feel alive, and I want to do like a million more vlogs. And like, I think my sister always said that, she's like, focus on the few and then you'll get to the many. Like we think of it as like, oh, we want 1 million subscribers or millions or whatever. And then when I'm vlogging and editing, I'm thinking like, would Hermela find this funny? Would Miriam find this funny? Would Nami find this funny? Would Beza find this funny? And I just keep it there. Would my mom think this is interesting? Like literally just staying there.
So when you edit for your friends.
Correct.
That's, oh my God, when I film for my friends.
Really?
Yeah, like remember how I told you like when I changed
like
that?
a FaceTime.
Exactly. That's when I was like, okay, as if I'm talking to my friend, and then it's like, okay, like,
and it's less performative, it's more genuine,
exactly,
and
it's
hella more fun.
Exactly. That's so crazy. Yeah. But I feel like even recently for me, the way I felt like, I guess like platonic love more, it's just when it comes, it's in support, but not when it comes to content creation for me.
Okay.
Like, you know what's been happening like behind the scenes or whatever, but like friends just like being there for me, or like helping, or even just like coming and stuff like that. And I've seen so many of my friends basically like, it's like coming as if it was like me that was in that situation. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh my God, like I just love y'all so bad. Like, it just made me feel like so like loved
and seen and
everything, and
showing up when it really, really matters. Yeah,
exactly.
with like real shit happening.
Exactly. And then just like them just being there and just like being like a really good like support system, checking in on me and stuff like that. I was just like, oh.
So do you ever like sometimes when ish happens and it's almost like overwhelming?
Yes.
And like I have my moments in the shower and I be crying, but like that's between me and Jesus. But like it's overwhelming as far as like literally how much they love you. Like when you really sit. Like,
I know, girl. My journal saw it all basically. Every time I'm just like, I'm so grateful for this person and this person. Like, and it's like once you list one, you gotta list every other person too. Like and her. Like it's just, I feel like I've seen it in so many ways. And I was even telling my friend yesterday, actually, we were just talking about like, we were just checking in on each other, and I was just telling her like, most of the time I've caught like, I don't know how it's been like happening, but like God answers my prayers like through my friends. Do you know what I mean? It's like something they say casually. Like they might not even know it, or they might not even like realize what they said. It's like something just so casual that you say, or like uplifting thing or whatever. But he usually answers my prayers through my friends. And it's like, even the scripture that I told you like that one time, I'm just like, there's just no way y'all just sent that right now when I'm actively praying about it. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just so crazy. And I feel like that happens when you actually like meet genuine people, or like genuine friends that you're actually like, connected with and locked in. And it's not just like, for funsies or whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a situational friendship. Then it feeds into you like in many other ways. So yeah, I'm so grateful for you.
Okay, nice. No, we have a great group of people around us. Like we're so blessed. Something I'm also learning now is like, it really is so easy to, because let's be completely frank, like we're talking about what we're grateful for and platonic love and everything, but there's shit that's not great. Like as of right now, there just isn't.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Like behind the scenes stuff. And like I could remember the stuff I told you that's going on.
Yeah.
I could focus on that, or I could focus on how like Harmela's in my corner, Miriam's in my corner. I'm on the winning team because Jesus is in my corner. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
And that's what I choose to focus on. Like, and that's why I'm seeing this like holiday. Yeah, it is.
Exactly,
it really is. Yeah. And just truly, that's exactly how I see it now, which is actually insane.
Yeah. And then even like in anything else, I feel like obviously, like how I'm about to bring God into it, guys.
No, y'all know my evangelist. We're gonna talk about love.
Exactly.
That's literally him.
Yeah, but it's like, how like God is like in everyone too. So it's kind of like you're being loved, like other people even loving you. It's like you're seeing different forms of love, God's love through other people, through friendship, through families, or like neighbor, community love. All of that is like literally a form of God's love. Honestly, do you know what I mean?
That I had the realest situation happen a couple of days ago with a family member. Yeah. And my natural response would have been to not be kind, not be understanding.
Right.
I did not behave that way. And I genuinely told this person, I promise you, I cannot take it. It's kind of what you said before. Yeah. Like, remember one time you were like, your dreams or your desire to do something, like, truly it's not me because it's so far-fetched or whatever. Like,
it's
it has
God
to be Jesus.
Showing
no, I literally, like, my family members like laughing. I was like, no, I'm just being so honest.
Yeah.
My flesh wanted to do something else. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
But God is so real and Jesus is love that, like, I behaved a different way. Yeah. And I genuinely cannot take credit. I prayed about that.
I love when that happens.
It's not me because I would have choked your ass out.
Exactly.
But it was not me.
You couldn't even dare take credit because it's not the regular. Like, it's not the regular. It's not the scheduled program. I'm telling you, like, it was supposed to go in a different way. Yeah.
But and how powerful that is. Yeah.
Exactly.
God, we could talk. This is good. This is supposed to be. Well, no, this is supposed to be. We're not Valentines, but like love that's not. Romantic, yeah. But of course we're gonna talk about God. Of course,
obviously, that's the very first.
That's the source.
Yeah, so
that's the source.
It's just, I don't know how what's like. How would you define like love, or like how would you like to receive love? I guess.
Ooh,
outside of romantic.
Outside of romantic, for me, how I would like to receive love is the general thing is just being seen, and seen meaning like just make sure like I'm good, whatever that is, whether it's like my safety, whether it's like my emotional, like whatever it is. I think growing up in an immigrant household, there was no like inventory on like how people felt or like, wow, how this impact you? Yeah. That was not a thing.
For sure.
In the first gen family, right? It just isn't. And now we're having those conversations now. So I think like for someone to like create space, to like, it's as simple as like, if I'm emotional about something or talking about something, it happened with talking to a family member about the stuff that's going on. She just said like, she just said like, damn, that's really tough. Balls. Like just being real and like, instead of being like, you're strong, or like, she just like dismissing you. Damn, that's tough as fuck. And I was like, I know, yeah. Just validating that. I'm like, I felt seen in that moment. That's all she had to say is just be like, no, that fucking sucks, and just like hug me. I'm just like, dang, like I didn't know I need that. Yeah, because I didn't get hugs as a kid. It's okay. I'm working through therapy. How are you gonna drop a bomb like that? Anyways. Cut that. I'm joking. No, we're gonna keep that in. And that's kind of just been that's how I feel love. How about you? How do you feel love or feel loved? It's a question. You gotta think about it, babes. Yeah, the way you just threw that to me.
That to her, just like, but I will say it's feeling seen, like the main part, like that. You know, like even in like relationships. If I don't feel seen,
when I say her Uber is called,
like really fast, actually. Yeah. But I feel like outside of that, it's just like, I guess support outside of that. Yeah. So just like providing.
And just show up. Yeah.
Yeah, just showing up or being there for me and stuff like that. And just like making me, quality time. I love quality time too. So just like being there for me, like literally physically too. But yeah, I think just support and feeling seen.
That's your love language?
Yeah. I feel like quality time is my love language, but people don't think that because the quality time I require is literally once a month. Damn near. Like, I don't have to be around you every time, but that is like the one thing I value the most.
And so if it's once a month, is it like during that time it has to be not amazing, but very thoughtful?
I literally mean once
I know,
but
but like, when you see, when you're with that person, it's memorable, it's intimate.
It's very, exactly. Okay. I like intimate hangouts and just like talking about like anything. Like, do you know what I mean? Like usually like, we can just start talking about like, I don't know, the political situation of the world. And then we're talking about something deep about like how much I value you as a friend and you're this to me. Like that's like how it usually is basically. But yeah, I feel like quality time, acts of service, I guess, when it comes to platonic friendships.
That's me.
But I don't know. I don't think I require that. And I really, like I have trouble like giving that as well. But I think it's quality time for me.
That's your number one. But like all the love languages are ours. We just like, there's like a 1, 2, 3, 5. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I'm trying to think of like, I know for sure I'm a quality time person.
Yeah.
acts of service, I don't require it, but I really appreciate it when I see it. Mm-hmm. But maybe, I'm trying to think of, like, in friends, like, what I would want. Like, the main
what would have to happen for you to be like, aw.
Yes.
Like you mentioned, your friend showed up for you.
Oh, acts of service then, yeah. Acts of service.
Or is that quality time?
No, because acts of service is like you're considering me and you're seeing me. Yeah. And you have to see me to do acts of service. I really think
every single human being, their secret love language is acts of service. I think so.
For sure. Oh, to receive, yeah. But to give, it's hard. Because not everyone's like as vigilant and as like considering. Do you know what I mean?
I got you.
Or like even like initiatives and stuff like that. For me, it's like I can see it. Like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this for her or do this whatever. But then I have such a forgetful mind, like I forget. I don't do it. Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's so hard for me to do it unless I do it that instant.
Dory on this couch. I mean? Yeah.
Literally, like unless I do it that instant, like initiative wise, like I lack sometimes with that, and that's why I'm like, I think it's like a harder. Like it's a harder thing to do for me.
Okay.
But I do value it a lot though. Even gifts too. She's kind of cute. I like her now.
Hey, I was waiting for that. I'm like, run it.
I like her now. Yeah. But like sentimental ones, like whichever that makes me feel safe.
Girl, a card, do you know what I mean? A handwritten card to me is $1 million.
I still have every single card that I've ever received.
Me too. Birthday cards. I've had it since I was little. Yeah, I've kept every single one. Exactly. It means so much. Yeah, it means so much. Okay, speaking about love though, we've talked about this before probably on another episode, but you can't accept love until you've accepted it for yourself or you've given it to yourself. Mm-hmm. So what's your self-love journey been? We're in our 20s, so we're still figuring it out. But what's that look like for you?
Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, my self-love journey has always been like
intact,
smooth sailing since I was a kid. But I'll tell you guys where like the flaws at.
Like, can you be relatable for 2 seconds?
I'm so serious. Carmela. Like this is the same question with like imposter syndrome. Like I know, you literally have me in the corner. I was like, I don't have.
Yeah, I was like, I have it all the time. Go ahead.
But like, I feel like with self-love, and I've told you like my upbringing or whatever. Like, I've never had like any other person like to negate what I thought of myself or like my like until like I've kind of like formed my sense of self basically. So self-love has always been like, it's been good, but I'm realizing another form of self-love that I haven't done that now that I'm trying to like, I guess like lock into basically is like self-respect. And that's when it comes to like discipline. Do you know what I mean? Because if you love yourself enough,
I was like, girl, you do not have a problem with that.
I have that with everything else.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm just talking about specifically discipline.
Gotcha. Because that is like that is a form of love. Like show up for yourself. If you say you're gonna do it. Yeah,
exactly. And like kind of like, I guess it's called like self-trust or some shit. I don't know. But basically,
like decision making and
I think the only thing that I feel like I see myself lacking is like when it comes to like maybe like work ethic or discipline and stuff like that. And that's also a form of self-love where you're not like, I would show up for other people if other people give me timelines or whatever. Like you got to get this done by this, whatever. I will show up and do that for other person. But then when I give myself that same deadline, I'm not showing up. Yeah. And that's also like, it has to be a form of self-love or a form of like self-discipline. Feel me?
Yeah.
So I guess like realizing that once I realized this though, it just switched. It just took like a while for me to kind of like realize
to lock in. Yeah.
When it clicked, I was like, okay, let's just change it. Exactly.
Like get on your Zoom, girl.
Yeah. But outside of that, I feel like romantically or like just how you like saw yourself, I feel like I was good.
Okay. She's like, I was good.
That was self-discipline with discipline. That's a big thing.
Yeah, people are gonna relate to that. That was real.
Okay, continue. How about
you? My self-love journey. For me, like we talk about like imposter syndrome, that type of stuff. And I talked about it before, but I just always felt like I was in like say a transition. And sometimes when you're younger, it's just better to fit in than to feel. I feel completely different now, but it's just easier to like fit in rather than stand out. Yeah, that's very relatable in this country with immigrants, or people in general, actually. But I would say for the longest, I would kind of be malleable based on who was around me to make them feel comfortable.
Okay.
And I kind of understood my potential, but I was like, I don't want to make anyone else uncomfortable. So I kind of dimmed my light to make other people comfortable around me, whether it's like family, friends, like whatever parents, like whatever it was.
Right.
And kind of what you mentioned too, like once I locked in my mid 20s of like who I'm becoming and who I am, when I say like it's probably more tough now for someone to tell me anything because it's like I'm really locked in. I'm not crazy, obviously, but like as far as just like who I am and what I know is for me, what's true for me.
Exactly.
Like as far as like my goals and how we're doing this podcast and like that's like I've really locked in and I'm putting in everything for this and our content creating, everything like that. Definitely freeing, but it was definitely a journey. Like I wasn't like this. And something I learned in the self-love journey is that it's similar to like how we put the set together. Like it was like we got this one thing, let's try this editing style, and then we built it, right? Rather than like day one everything is here. It's not going to be like that. But when you're younger and you see the older people do it, or you see people ahead of you do it, you just think, oh, they got it figured out. It's like, no, girl, we failed. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. Watch episode 1, then watch episode 77, like whatever it is. Right. And that's how self-love journey is as well. Like, it's not, it's from the sandbox to you're a grown woman now. Yeah. You know what I mean? But 20s is crazy. It's a journey. Yeah.
See, that's the one thing I was even trying to like change, I guess. The same thing, like you said, like, the setup, everything, it didn't like happen like immediately when you first started. Yeah, I think that's like an issue I have where like it has to be perfect the first try, and then having that thought leaves me like what's it called? I just don't even end up doing it. Yeah, because I'm just so busy like planning. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You've overwhelmed yourself.
Exactly, and I'm just like. That's where like the whole like that's also like a form of like self-trust. Like you can trust yourself. Just do the first thing. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean anything. You just do that and then you continue. Yeah. But yeah, I think just like seeing like self-love is just not in like one form of like I love myself. Do you know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
It's like in multiple like different forms. That's I guess like that's what I've like kind of realized and trying to grow throughout as well.
I also think that similar to like literally anything, I don't think self-love is like a final destination situation. I think it's like we'll be different once we're in relationships or have kids or businesses or whatever it is. And that self-love journey is going to look different as well. It's more of a roller coaster than like a steady like climb up. You know what I mean?
Talking about like other forms of love. I know we've mentioned faith little like slightly. Yeah. But we haven't talked about family. Familial love.
Yeah, family. This is where I'm gonna cry.
So, how?
My Shayla.
Your Shaylas, I guess.
No. So like, and truly, that you could relate to this. Like when I think family, I'm at a point in my life where like there are no friends. They're under the family umbrella.
It's a big umbrella.
And how blessed we are to say that. Obviously, you have your acquaintances, your coworkers, or whatever. Right. But I'm talking about like. I've had the same friends since middle school, the same best friends.
Oh, that's
like,
a blessing, yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't realize, so I think we mentioned before, like, so you go to college and they're like, I'm sorry, who's coming to visit you? I'm like, oh, my friends from high school. They're like, that doesn't usually happen. Exactly. Yeah, and I know you've had that same experience as well. Hasn't been easy. There's been journeys, right?
For sure,
but, yeah, I can still say they're still my day ones. Also, day twos are great too. Day ones and day twos. People don't forget about the day twos. Are great too.
I love the day twos too.
But yeah, it's definitely been a journey. I wouldn't be here without my family. Yeah. I could just think about my mom right now and start crying.
And cry. Yeah, no, let's not talk about our moms. We will be crying today.
Like, I am her biggest fan. Yeah. Like, I literally could cry right now just thinking about, like, everything that woman is. Like, but both my parents. But I don't know if it's because I'm a mommy's girl or I'm a woman, so I can relate to her more. I'm just like, you are the baddest girl. I thus far, like, she just is. And I know you feel the same way about your mom and your grandma. You know what I mean? Like,
literally, yeah. For me, I was, obviously you have like your like rebellious stage or like rebel.
We know you did, girl.
I went to the extreme. But you had that phase. And like, I was like at a point where like, my families are my friends, whatever. Because like, your friends are your chosen family, and like that's when you truly felt seen at first. Yeah, because there's no like expectations or whatever. Because you kind of like hide a little bit when it comes to like family, and it's like it didn't change. The way I saw my family didn't change until I truly showed up as myself without having to like mask or whatever. And then like when you build a bond there, it's like they accept. The thing is, it's like everything was in my head, honestly. It's like when you get accepted for like actually for who you are and like
you're gonna make you cry.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like our relationship now as a grown 23-year-old, not even 23 anymore, 24-year-old.
She's so dramatic. I'm literally 29 on this couch, about to be 29 on this couch.
As a grown 24-year-old woman, I feel like my relationship is much more different than my relationship as a kid. And obviously it took like both me and my family, like, you know, to work on ourselves or whatever, or like to even address like situations.
Yeah.
That like to change it basically. And now it's like every time I'm hanging out with them, like I always tell you like, oh, I just want to like cherish the moment or whatever. Like, you know, when you just realize like how blessed you are, like in that moment, I'm just like cheesing or I'm crying or whatever. Yeah. Like I'm just like, I love them so much.
It's a wild thing when you are loved and accepted for who you are. Exactly. It sounds so like, well, duh. Mm-hmm. But one of the toughest things for people to be is literally themselves. Like, let's be real, right? So the fact that like, yeah, like I talk about this all the time where like, I never thought I would have a relationship with my mom that I do now. This is coming from like an Ethiopian Christian African immigrant mom. Like she was not playing around. Exactly. Like she was not my favorite person at one point. Let's keep it all the way real.
I was not rocking with that girl.
We were not kicking.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was just like so completely like opposite. I was just like, hell no, like never. You know what I mean? Like, you're just like, I was so hell bent. But which is also why I'm so grateful to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Because like imagine like you were able to like reconcile or like get over that and still build like a much more like stronger bond when they're here. You know what I mean?
What
Some
a blessing.
don't have the chance.
Yes.
To kind of like whenever they realize it, when it's like when it's too late, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Which
I like that had to happen for them to realize. I pray
like, you know, God just like heals their heart or whatever. But like I just feel very grateful that like even like I was able to learn that lesson and kind of like see this side when everyone's alive and well and like, you know, just God giving you another chance while you're here type vibe. Yeah, that
is what we're celebrating this Valentine's. Exactly. That right there,
literally,
the fact that we can love the people that we love while they're here. That is the biggest blessing of life.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, use this as a
girl. You almost got me there.
That's why I'm wearing these glasses. This might be like a little reminder, I guess, to everyone to just like kind of highlight like just all the like areas of your life where like there's love there, and just to kind of like feed into it and cherish it. Yeah. Because you never know what time, like you never know what's going to happen tomorrow when you're done watching this exact video. Actually, you
like don't even before that.
Like it before that happens.
No, we're joking. Sorry, that was a dark joke.
But honestly, though, like you really just no, you don't for no. So it's like appreciate everyone. Just cherish your loved ones and. Yeah, and just comment down below who you're like really grateful for too as well.
Yeah. Who are you, if you could dedicate one person as far as for this episode, love, who would it be?
Oh my God, that's a crazy, like a single person?
Yeah.
No. Define the question though. No. Like love and what, like that I love the most,
like just overall. Look, she can't even really answer. Just the general love. Like, hey, I dedicate this episode to. Well, I'm gonna dedicate it to my mom. So
she said my mom. That's it. Question answered.
Okay. My impatience.
I'm gonna dedicate it to my little sisters. Abigail and Hassett.
Love you guys. Do they watch? Are they allowed to watch?
I hope not.
Okay. Go to bed.
Go to bed. Get out. But I guess like my little munchkins. I feel like I'm a mom damn near with them, so I feel like I would just dedicate it to
love
them.
That side of you with your little sisters.
Yeah, because it's like you just make me like, you know, when you just feel it so deep in your heart, it hurts. That's how I feel.
Look, as of right now, I know people say this with their kids, but as of right now, like my heart exists outside of my body, and that is my mom.
Exactly. Then it's my siblings.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was saying. So we got there finally. Hermela entered the chat.
Yeah. You know, I have a tattoo of my older sister, but I don't have it of like the younger one yet. And she just found out.
It's messed up.
I
would also be.
And I'm literally
I would be spiraling.
No, I'm bribing her so she doesn't tell the other one. So I'm like, wait until I get a tattoo of the girl, please. Give me time.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I actually was thinking of, I'm not going to do it because I'm so indecisive, really, but that's not that counts, I guess. But like I'm talking about family too. Like I absolutely love my siblings during this time right now. They've showed up like amazingly. Like they're the best of the best. And they happen to have the same birthday. So I want to do something with but they literally have the same birthday.
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah.
It's my sister's birthday.
Yeah, but I'm so indecisive with tattoos. Like I'll get it and be like, ugh. And I'm also scared of the pain. I'm just like, like.
It's not that deep. I feel like all of I want like a little.
If you say it's not that deep, then I'll definitely do it.
And I have low pain tolerance.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly. Like you'd be good. I feel like out of all my tattoos, what hurt the most?
Probably on bone somewhere.
No, this actually hurt. But this was on my very first tattoo. So
maybe it was like, yeah, it was like your first time.
I would say this one, yeah. But I'm very scrawny, and look at my bone. It's literally exactly on the bone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
People say on the bone and stuff, yeah.
So you can kind of like change it, I guess.
But shout out to our siblings.
Yeah.
Love you guys down.
Love you guys
our
down.
moms, our parents. We love you guys. Our girlfriends. Hermelli, you.
Shout out to you, girl.
No, seriously, love you down.
Shout out
this
to
is so much fun
friends.
with you. I love you so much.
And my sibling too. My other siblings.
That don't have a tattoo. All right, guys. On that note, thank you so much for watching, viewing, subscribing.
All my siblings, all 3 of y'all, love y'all.
She's crashing out. I gotta go. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Exactly.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Do the little heart.
Happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see you in our next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.